आजकल बहुत सब लोगों का हमारा पिताजी जो होता है ना, पिताजी बुजुर्ग लोग, उनका भी वीकनेस हो गया, कमजोरी हो गया। बच्चों को बताते बच्चे थोड़ा मम्मी डैडी बोलो। मम्मी डैडी बोलने से क्या होगा? अम्मा, अम्मी, माँ बोल रहा है तो अंतराल से आता है, मम्मी बोल रहा है तो यहाँ से आता है। एक बार ट्राई करके देखिए। मम्मी कहे तो मुंह से आता है, मम्मी कहे तो अंदर से आता है। इतना फर्क है भाषा में, इतना फर्क है। इसलिए तो नया हमने वहां से रिपोर्ट किया है, मम्मी डैडी बड़ी डैडी केड़ी क्या है, ये सब छोड़ना चाहिए। हमारा परंपरा को कायम रखना चाहिए। अम्मा बोले तो मन में इतना आनंद होता है अम्मा को। अगर इंग्लिश का प्रभाव बोले हमारा मन के ऊपर उसका प्रभाव छोड़ा, इसलिए वो वीकनेस हमारा जीवन में आ गया। इसके बारे में सोचना चाहिए गंभीरता से, आपस में अपना मातृभाषा में हमेशा बात करना, ये हमारा आदत होना चाहिए। Talking to a father, you talk in that language. I have no problem. When you are talking to your own parents, your own family members, your own neighborhood, you must talk in the local language. I don't call them as regional languages. I call them as national languages. ये सब हमारा राष्ट्र भाषा है, सभी भाषा। So friends, you should also feel proud, as I was telling about the talent. You see today the talent. You have seen Rajendra Satya. You have Sundar Pichai. You have Indira Nooyi. You have Sakurti Purna. So many heads of our global giants like Microsoft, Google, PepsiCo, American Lynch Bank, Merrill Lynch Bank. All of Indians, they are all heading there. What does it mean? It is an inherent talent. What is required? It is hard work. It is upgradation. It is skill development. That we have to acquire when you are young. Friends, that means this tells us that we do not lack quality institutions which can produce brilliant students with an excellent attitude and aptitude for technology and science. What we require is to motivate them. Our Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said, development now depends on the quality of institutions and ideas. It is upon the great institutions and the students to ensure India a rightful place in the technological field and world economy. Thus, it is important for every education institution to create an atmosphere which encourages innovation, new ideas, and curiosity to the young minds. I was just seeing the balloon. These children of this institute, they have developed it, I was told by Dhruva. This innovation, incubation, stand-up, start-up, they are the new buzzwords now. After Sri Narendra Modi became Prime Minister, we heard stand-up when we were in school. When you commit a mistake, they used to say stand-up on the bench. But today stand-up is different. Stand-up, innovation, new ideas, out-of-box ideas. We have the capacity. India was once upon a time Vishwaguru. Today again, I am sure, in the coming days, India will once again become Vishwaguru and become a strong and stable and a prosperous state. We all work together. But in all the institutions, they focus on quality education. The education institutions should not become commercial institutions. They should become really centers of learning and higher learning. Many universities set up innovation clubs to encourage budding innovations on the campus. All the higher education institutions should replicate such models on their campuses. Your hard work of years has today culminated into an academic degree. This academic degree gives shape and form to all the experiments you have conducted in your labs, the project reports you have submitted, and the assignments you ponder upon. Don't look at this degree as an end to your education. Rather, it should serve as a catalyst for your further pursuits of knowledge. Education is the most powerful weapon which can use to change the entire world. Information with confirmation. Information with confirmation is a great ammunition. Ammunition to fight poverty. Ammunition to fight inequalities. Ammunition to fight corruption. Ammunition to fight social evils. So you must acquire as much as information as possible. Try to learn. And you want to go abroad also, nothing wrong, go. But I think the days are not far away. Students from USA, students from UK, They will come to India, they will come to Calcutta, they will come to Indian universities, they will learn here. That day is not far off. Earlier, people used to go to America for any cardiac problem. People used to go to London for a kidney transplantation. But they are all now coming to Chennai, they are coming to Hyderabad, they are coming to here, to Vedanta. Because talent is available. Infrastructure was not there earlier. Now infrastructure is being provided, they are excelling. So keeping that in mind, we must all try to excel. The Prime Minister said, we now live in an age where change is constant and we are variables. Change is the only constant, my dear friends, understand it. We must go on learning. To go abroad also, I have no problem. But I advise to all the youngsters who are trying to go abroad, go, learn, and return. You must come back to your place. You must serve your motherland. You must take care of society, which has given you all the initial support. If you go to America, become something, and then construct a house, and then purchase a big car, and send the car photo to your grandmother and grandfather, they will not be happy. It's like wearing a suit, boot, hat in the bathroom and standing before the mirror. If you earn there and come back and serve the society here, the pleasure, the happiness the parents get is immense because you are serving back your motherland. That should be the attitude, friends. The Prime Minister also said, he gave all of us, the ministers, 3-line mantra for the entire country. He said reform, perform, and transform. The world is going faster. India cannot lag behind. That's why the mantra is reform, perform, and transform. He is trying to bring all transformational changes in the country. He also wants to bring an attitudinal change among the people. Attitude has to be positive. Attitude has to be constructive. Attitude is to have self-esteem and confidence. Behavioral changes also. That's why it's Swachh Bharat. Clean India. PM has given a program called as Missy Lissy. Name I have given, program is given by the Honorable Prime Minister. Missy Lissy. MI, Make in India. SI, Skill India. DI, Digital India. CI, Clean India. That is Missy Lissy. We have to really focus our attention on that. How to make development back as said it. And even the Moody rating, not Modi, Moody rating also said the same. That India has the potential. So youngsters, join this campaign. Now there is a big movement going on in the country. Movement to Modi. Modi means not Narendra Modi. Movement to Modi, MODI, making of developing India, MODI. That is the movement going on in the country. We should all join that movement. But we should try to strengthen the country. We should make our nation a strong and stable nation. That's why Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. The wealth is concentrated in few hands. That means you can't call a country as a healthy country, a wealthy country. The wealth has to be distributed. You need to have inclusive growth. You need to make every section of the society to feel that they are part of development story of India. This is what the present government is trying to do. I am not trying to be political, but at the same time I want to tell you all youngsters must watch what is happening in India. Must join the programs also to strengthen the nation. The recent initiative taken by the Prime Minister about the demonetization, remonetization is in the larger interest of the country because there is a parallel economy going on. Our neighbor is railing, abetting, funding, training terrorists. We must put an end to that. The Hawala transactions and also the drug trafficking, the woman trafficking, the child trafficking, all are thriving on this money. We have seen also in the recently, even the stone building in Kashmir has been reduced because the initial 500 rupees are not available. I did not explain you. The circulation of currency has been reduced and we must move towards digital transformation. Youth are said to be agents of change. I appeal to the youth, be agents of change in behavior, in attitude, in transformation. And this digital transfer is going to help us to strengthen the economy, to avoid the delay, to reduce corruption, and finally reach the benefits to all people. The recent study says 58% of the wealth of this country is in the hands of 1% of the people. This is not acceptable. We must work towards a system wherein the wealth is distributed to all. But before distributing wealth, you have to create wealth. Without creating wealth, if you distribute wealth, then you become pauper. We must move from pauperism to peopleism. We must be people-oriented. What is in the larger interest of those people? How to empower them? How to empower the woman? How to empower the youngsters? How to empower the rural people? That should be the agenda of the government. That is the agenda of the nation. That should be the agenda of all of us. Corruption is a barrier to achieving this vision of inclusive development and transformation. Anonymity, which aids corruption and generates some black money. The digital economy brings accountability and transparency to financial transactions, thereby reducing the avenues of corruption. Some people are talking about these difficulties faced by the people. There will be difficulties. When you go for a transformation, there will be some problems. Temporary pain for long-term gain. If you are ill, then you need to take a strong pill to get reduced the illness. Bitter pill to reduce the ill. Long-term ill. If you are affected with cancer, what is the alternative? If you are affected with the cancer, one has to go for chemotherapy. Someone asked me, Mr. Naidu, you are suggesting chemotherapy. If you chemotherapy is twisted, then the hair will fall. I said, you have an option. Have chemotherapy, hair will fall. Do not have it, you will fall. Choice is yours. Whatever you want. So this is the need of the hour. Students and youth like you should play a critical role in transformation of our economy into a digital economy. You should aim to make digital payments the way of life and thus inspire the society. When the government launched a program called as Vishaka, a campaign by students of higher education institutions for promoting digital economy, more than 1.70 lakh students have registered as volunteers in just a month's time. This reflects the enthusiasm and commitment of our youth to participate in the nation's building progress. I hope the spirit of commitment continues, and whatever position you are, you will contribute your knowledge and experience to find solutions to diverse problems faced by the country. This is my wish. Frank, all of you, because I thought our youngsters, they should know what is the vision of the country, what is the vision of the government, and what should be our endeavor in the coming days. That's why I shared some of my thoughts with all of you. Let us all work together. Let us all be constructive. Everyone has to be constructive. We politicians also has to be constructive. The parliament also has to be constructive. When we talk about parliament, people say, sir, parliament is not functioning. Parliament also there is debate, discussion and decision. Discuss, debate, decide. As a government, I propose. As an opposition, you oppose. Let the host dispose. That is the principles of democracy. We should follow that in every walk of life. There is always a scope for disagreement. Disagreement is okay. Dissent also is okay. But disintegration cannot be allowed. Some of the tendencies that are seen, some of the universities celebrating of Sadhguru, it cannot be accepted at all because the enemies of the nation will not be highlighted. People who wanted to blast the Parliament of India, जो अफसर गुरु के साथ अन्याय हुआ, जो अपने काम अधूरा छोड़ा, उसको पूरा करेंगे. क्या अधूरा छोड़ा? पार्लियामेंट को ब्लास्ट करना, वो अधूरा हो गया. ये लोग करना चाहते, उसको पूरा करने के लिए मैंने पूरा पार्लियामेंट को ध्वंस करना. How stupid it is, how foolish it is. One has to think about the country and its future. One has to think about its motherland. One has to be constructive in their life. One has to be always critical, analytical, no doubt about it. At the same time, be constructive about the future of the country. What is good for the country, what is good for the society, what is good for individuality. There is no conflict. Only we have to evolve a broad attitudinal change in the country. This is what is going on in the country. My friends, I am very happy to come here and participate in this convocation address. I do not have much educational background. Though I studied law, I could not practice it because the day I passed law, I was put inside the jail for 1.5 years during emergency. That has changed my course of life. I will only tell one thing and conclude my address. There is no substitute to hard work. There is no substitute to hard work. Every one of you must work hard. Every one of you must be disciplined in your own life, personal life also. And every one of you must have a vision. Dr. Kalam told the youngsters to have dreams. Have dreams. You have dreams, if you work hard, you see the life of the great example of Dr. Abdul Kalam, a paper distributing boy who would become the President of India. That is a great person. We have also seen now the shining example, living example of the Prime Minister of India, Sri Narendra Bhai Modi, who was serving chai in the railway station. Because of the hard work, determination, and ambition of working for the people, today he has become the Prime Minister of India, one of the most popular Prime Minister of India. The entire world is acknowledging it. The entire world is talking about Modi. American President calls Indian Prime Minister the rock star performer. And they say he is the transformation chief of the world. This sort of thing is coming because of the hard work. I will just quote only my life, last 10 years and conclude. I am born in an ordinary family, in a farmer's family. None of my family were in politics. No Gandhi and no Nehru tag also we had. No dynasty. Dynasty in democracy is nasty. It is tasty to some people in this country. Dynasty in education. Dynasty in medical health. Dynasty in other walks of life, fine. We encourage in charity. But dynasty in politics, in public life is no good. One has to go by character, caliber, capacity, conduct, discipline, delivery, dedication, devotion. That is what is required. Not the dynasty, not the caste, not the religion. This should be. I came up from a village, grew up, and then I reached this level. I was president in the college, chairman in the university, party youth wing president in the state, party national president, party general secretary in the state, party national general secretary, spokesman of the party, MLA at very young age, and then MP also 4 times. First MP from South, now MP from North. I am also from North India, Rajasthan. And I became the ruling party president also. I used to announce through mic during my student days in my town. आज शाम को आम सभा है श्रीमान अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी हमारा शहर में पधार रहे और सब लोग आके कृपया कोविड बैंक मैदान में जो सभा होगा उसको सफल बनाइए, ऐसा मैं अनाउंस करते थे। कभी भी मैंने जिंदगी में सपने में भी सोचा नहीं तो माइक अनाउंसमेंट करने वाला लड़का, वही लड़का एक दिन सत्तारूढ़ भारतीय जनता पार्टी का अध्यक्ष बनेगा। वही अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी आडवाणी के बीच में बैठ के पार्टी को अध्यक्ष के रूप में संचालन करेगा। मैंने कभी कल्पना भी किया नहीं। सिंपल हार्ड वर्क, simple discipline, simple commitment, not changing any party from the beginning to the end of the life. That has made me to bring up this level. I urge upon all the youngsters, work hard, be disciplined, then have commitment, then have a vision, your future will